Hey everybody, we're playing Hi-Fi Rush and we are working on an achievement / trophy titled There's Such a Thing as Too Helpful. Now this achievement is for finding and engaging with every Smidge while completing all of his practice tips. There are a total of 12 Smidge interactions within the game. There are 7 in track 1, there are 2 in track 2, 1 in track 3, 1 in track 4, and 1 in track 8. We are going to be looking at all of them. We're going to be discussing all of the practice that's required. So out of the 12, there are 4 engagements that require practice completion. And there are some more difficult ones along the way, whether it be location or practice that I found difficult. So hopefully this helps you guys out, but we are going to discuss each and every one of them as we push through the game here. So this first one is just going to be for basic attacks, and you do need to complete this practice. Albeit not too difficult, you're simply going to spam your attack buttons X and Y to complete this practice. This one's relatively easy, and it is one of the 4 of the 12 that require practice. The practice completion will come after the discussion, the initial engagement. So Smidge will talk to you for a little bit, and then he will offer some practice. This first one, again, just basic. You're going to spam X here. And then he's going to say, alright, so let's try your heavy attack, and you're just going to spam Y. That's going to complete this first one for you. So, not too difficult at all.
You can do it.
Wow, these fridges are great. You really do know me.
I know everything about you. I look forward to our next chat.
Okay, that was just creepy.
Let me know if you'd like to try again.
We're still on track 1 for Smidge number 2. This is going to be for dodge. So you're going to jump up onto this platform in track 1, and this Smidge interaction does require practice completion for dodge. But 2 of 12 here. This one, can't really miss this one. But he's going to talk to you about dodge for a little bit, and then give you an opportunity to practice your dodge ability. Okay, so he's telling you now that it's going to be RB to dodge, and you will use this throughout the game. It is pretty convenient as far as an ability goes, but once you dodge, you can either press X or you can press Y. After he tells you this, he's going to bust out his pads here for you and give you an opportunity to practice dodge. So again, using the terms practice, completion, dodge a lot here, but you're going to practice the dodge encounter. You're going to press RB, X, and then RB, Y. Once you've completed this successfully, you can move on to the next one.
Hooray! But there's still one more move up your sleeve. Fantastic. Now here is a refreshing beverage. I hope I was useful.
Smidge interaction number 3, still on track 1. I found this one extremely difficult. I don't really know why. Maybe I have 0 rhythm. Honestly, I have difficulty throughout the game because my rhythm is terrible. But this one in particular took me quite some time. I'm actually going to have to fade in and fade out to show you the completion of the practice here. But this is for your beat hit. And this one comes from an interaction that occurs on your screen, and you have to time it just right. So what I would suggest is doing this on easy. That's what I found easiest, I guess, right? Because easy difficulty suggests easy, and it gives you a larger threshold for completing this in either a good or perfect scenario timing wise as far as rhythm goes. The trick here that I ultimately discovered was just spam it. I spammed the hell out of X and then Y subsequent to that, and it eventually just worked for me. But that circle there tricked me because I thought that it was a button on the controller, and it wasn't. So that is simply just suggesting that there is a perfect timing for that interaction. So just spam X, Y there, and you should be fine. Number 4 and 5. This one's a little more difficult. Just because this one's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. You can talk to this Smidge here, but you actually have to talk to him a second time to trigger number 5. So number 4 here is just having a discussion with him, and then he will actually skate across the map here just ever so slightly to another location You'll be able to see him when he does this, but then you need to run up to him again and interact with him for your 5th Smidge interaction. There is no practice completion required for this one. You just have to talk to this guy twice, and you should get number 4 and 5. Number 6 is actually right behind this guy. So you can see there where he just slid across the screen. Now, I have heard of people missing this one because of this. So once he does this, you're simply just going to run up to him again. He's holding his hint sign. You're going to engage with him a second time, and that will be your 5th Smidge interaction.
With everything moving to the beat, that also means Vandelay's robots. Looking at your recorded data, it seems all Vandelay security units are moving and acting to the same rhythm as you. Which means, by paying close attention, you'll know exactly when attacks will come. On the beat! Feel the beat to attack, feel the beat to dodge. Things are seeming quite simple now. Oh!
For your Smidge interaction number 6, after you talk to the guy who gives you, or the Smidge rather, who gives you number 4 and 5, you will skate across here, jump on this platform, and move on to number 6. This one does require practice completion. So at this point, you're going to have a conversation with the Smidge, and then he's going to talk you through your rest combo. Once you do this, you'll have an opportunity to practice your rest combo. You're simply going to press X, pause, or rest rather, and then press X again. So he's going to bust out his pads here, give you an opportunity to practice. Once you complete this, this will be your Smidge interaction number 6.
Now that's it! Enjoy a drink! On me, of course.
Smidge interaction number 7 does not require practice completion. We are still in track 1. This is the last Smidge interaction of track 1. This is going to be for your special attacks, and he's just going to talk to you about your special. But once you break this glass here in track 1, you're going to bust up these cardboard boxes, these crates, and Smidge is just past there. I had to fade in and out because I went wandering behind me for a moment, but not to waste anyone's time watching this video. This Smidge here is just going to discuss your practice, or sorry, your special attack, but there is no practice required for this one. So this one's relatively simple. You can't really miss this one. It's part of the progression of the game.
All the energy will disappear.
Like they say, if you don't use it,
You live with constant regret over what could have been, correct?
that's not how I remember it.
Oh, wow! You seem to be able to now use special attacks.
That literally just happened.
Reminder, I know a lot about you,
Yeah.
but these special attacks are key. You really are channeling your energy here. Landing beat hits, but it seems like all the energy will disappear.
Like they say, if you don't use it,
You live with constant regret over what could have been, correct?
that's not how I remember it.
Oh, wow! You seem to be able to now use special attacks.
That literally,
Reminder,
yeah.
but these special landing beat hits, but it seems like all the
Like they say, if you don't use it,
You live with constant regret over what could have been, correct?
that's not how I remember it.
Number 8 Smidge interaction is going to be the first one in track 2, one of 2 in track 2. You're going to jump down on that button, jump up onto those platforms, and he is right here for you. This one does not require practice completion. You're simply going to engage with this Smidge. He's going to talk to you about your magnet ability, and then you can move on to the next one.
Your magnet! It gets you where you need to go, and fast! But it also attaches very easily to Vandelay security robots. Need to get in close to an enemy? Use the magnet! Also, if you manage to knock an enemy into the air, the magnet will bring you up to them quickly. What an amazing piece of technology!
Dude, this arm was made for picking up garbage.
That's not what it looks like from here.
Smidge number 9 can be found after you gain Peppermint as an ally to use her abilities. You're going to shoot that wall and jump down here. We're going to move just past these barrels and these crates, and you will see Smidge on the opposite end of this hallway. Interact with him. There is no practice completion required for this Smidge. He's simply going to talk to you about Peppermint as an ally. how to use her in battle or in any sort of fighting engagement with enemies. There are situations where you absolutely have to use Peppermint, so Smidge is going to talk to you about that just a little bit, but no practice required for this one.
You can pull this Peppermint being into battle to help with combos or distracting it. I can even tell this strange life form can keep airborne enemies in the air long. Your battles seem ripe with possibilities.
Yeah, but it's a lot all at once.
I can tell. It looks like using it takes a bit out of you. You'll just take care of yourself, keep hydrated, and watch that partner gauge.
Smidge number 10 is going to be in track 3. This is 10 of 12, and he is your Parry Smidge. After you talk to that receptionist there in track 3, you can go have a conversation with this little robot, and then just past that is going to be your Smidge interaction. So just engage with this Smidge. Again, no practice required completion beyond track 6. So he's just going to have a conversation with you about parrying, explain the ability to you, explain its benefits, and move on to the next one.
Yeah, that thing.
This is where things get really fun, but a bit challenging. Parrying is key for staying on the edge of battle. You'll be able to knock back attacks and push your rhythm gauge higher while staying on the attack. But a parry has very strict timing. You'll really have to press the button on the beat for it to work.
I may need some practice.
If you had a training room in a hideout, that would be a good place, but don't be afraid to fail once in a while.
Number 11 is very easy as well. This is just track 4 Smidge. There's only one here, and he is here to have a conversation with you about Macaron. So after you gain Macaron as an ally, you will have a conversation with this Smidge here. And this one you can't really miss either. It's in the hallway through the doors that you actually have to go through anyways. So just have a conversation. No practice required for this one.
I never knew Macaron to start a fight, but it looks like he'll be helping you out. He's the only one who could take out enemy. Macaron's hits can really do some straight damage. Just be careful. He's quite a hefty fellow, which might be a good time to switch to some other foreign existence.
I love this guy. I'm glad to see you still out there.
My time at Vandalay seems limited, but I will help as much as I can.
Well, that was a nice reunion.
And last but not least, 12 of 12. On track 8, you will discover the Smidge up the stairs to the right here, just past all of that memorabilia stuff, all the robots and the glass cases inside that lobby. You'll have a conversation with the Smidge. He'll talk to you about Korsica, much like Macaron and Peppermint. He's just having a conversation with you about your new ally and her ability. There is no practice required for this one, albeit there are other achievements that require Korsica. If you're looking for those, we've posted those as well on our channel, but this is 12 out of 12. Last one's on track 8, and this will pop the achievement for you. So again, hopefully all of this helps you guys out. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will catch you next time.
Korsica doesn't directly damage enemies, but she seems like an essential part to taking down your toughest foes.